Hello. It's 3 o'clock and it's time. It's Sundays with Francis again. We're going to give another try at doing the Neuro-Auricular Technique self-application. And we're not going to try it this week. We're going to do it. And I'm so excited to see some hearts. Those of you who have watched me on Facebook Live or been available with me in my previous efforts know that I have not yet mastered the ability to read your questions and answer them while I'm also talking about something else. That's a learning curve, and maybe I'll get there. We'll all intend. However, this week we are going back, and I will go over all of the Neuro-Auricular Technique. And I have my oils together. These are the oils I decided to use today, actually last week. And you can use any 6 oils or blends you choose, whatever makes you feel good. I chose to use Valor first, and I put my little roller balls on the top because it's faster. Does anybody like to do things faster? And then next, I'm going to use Harmony today. And then Joy. Let's see if I can get it right. Sacred Mountain. Whoops. Believe. And we'll end with Highest Potential. So, the Neuro-Auricular Technique was developed by Gary Young, and it involves the application of the essential oils to the rims of the ears, along the back of the skull, and along the cervical spine, the neck. So I have my neck and my ears available. You may want to make sure yours are. I don't even have on earrings today. So the stimulation of these acupressure points has been highly effective for physical challenges and emotional blocks. So I also find that doing the same gentle massage all over the head really enhances the effect as there's so many important acupressure points on the head. So it's your choice, okay? Now, let's remember first of all that the Young Living oils are living rather than synthetic, and they're capable of holding intent, which is a powerful addition to the entire session. So therefore, focus upon the desired outcome that you choose to see, and it may enhance the results that you got, okay? Now, I like to use the following intents and the essential oils and the applications. Mainly, as I said, we will be applying over the brain stem and the base of the skull outward to the ears. And you can use a crystal wand. You can use the rollerball tips themselves. You can use your fingers. Now, I choose to use my fingers most of the time because my fingers are always here and I do not drop my fingers. Plus the fact that the rollerballs I tend to pull my hair, and I don't like that. So, whatever we start to do, the first thing we're going to do is locate some acupressure points on the ears. Now, let's see if I can do this. On page 390 of the Essential Oils Desk reference, you'll find an ear with all these points listed. Now, I'm going to point out about 6 of these points that I think are really important points. So, you may want to locate them. Now, as I said, we're going to apply the oils, the first oil, which is Valor, on our ears. We're not doing it yet. We're just locating points. And we're going to just use this circular motion. We're just squeezing our ears and finding some points. Now, at the outer point, at the widest point, just above that widest point, is going to be a really important one because it's fear. No, it isn't either. Pardon me. It's depression. And right below that, just a little bit below that, is overwhelmed. Okay? Now, coming down here to the earlobes, just below this little place on this little ridge of the ear is your fear point, which I think is probably one of the most important ones of all, right here on the earlobe. And then right in the center of the earlobe, where most of us women have our ears pierced, is the heart point. Isn't that interesting? We pierce our hearts. Then coming over to the inside, pretty much opposite that fear point, is going to be where we find guilt on the inside. And below that will be self-pity. Now, do you have to remember these points? Absolutely not. I like to make things simple. So simple, fast. So we're going to apply the oil to the entire ear, and why not massage the entire rim? You will get all of the points. Does that make sense? Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, and by the way, when you do find a point that's tender, that means that there might be some blocks there. So just give it a little extra attention. Now today we're really going to do things super fast because I am literally, as soon as I walk out, I'm closing my computer, picking up my handbag, and going to the airport. So I won't stick around and answer your questions until a little later, but please ask your questions and send me the comments because I will answer them. It's just a matter of not right while I'm talking. So let's start with our Valor blend, or whatever the first blend is that you have chosen to use today. Now, because I put my roller balls on, I'm just going to put it right directly on my fingertips. See how easy that is? And I may put it on my thumbs too, and I'm going to apply it all to my ears. The entire rims, inside and outside are rims, and even all the way down the neck and around the back to the center where that little semicircle is, where all of these muscles from the neck and shoulders attach. So let's just first you may want to then cup your hands over your nose, breathe it in, and then just start intending to connect with the Creator Source through your crown chakra at the top of your head and through the bottoms of your feet and the base of your spine. Just intending that connection expand continuously to allow you to be more and more fully connected with the Source. Okay? And as you're doing this, massage every part of your ears. Does that feel good? Do you find some tender points? I found a few. Not too many today, thankfully. And now as we're breathing in this oil, ask the Source to assist you in removing everything that could possibly interfere with your healing, and intend to allow this process to occur. And I like to kind of envision an energetic cylinder around me that stretches all the way upward to the Source, down through the core of Earth into the Source below, so that I have my own little safe place where I can heal and be vulnerable. So, and I like to place a shield around the outside with that golden energies inside to transmute everything negative that might be released, and shiny silver energies on the outside to help deflect anything harmful that might be directed towards me. So I just find that by doing this, it focuses me on my own sacred space, my safe place where I can heal. And then let's just intend that all of the frequencies that are inside, that are in your physical form and your energy being, be in perfect harmony and balance. And just breathe in deeply several times, okay? So now let's put our index fingers on the base of the skull behind the ears and just kind of we still have a little bit of valor on them, just do them in these little round circles. Now I'm not moving, I'm not rubbing the skin, I'm holding it in one place and moving the tissue, okay? I'm exerting a little bit of pressure, and you'll know how much feels comfortable to you. And I'm going to go all the way until I find that little semicircle, and then I'm going to go around it. Now, there are those that will say, which direction do we go? Do we go clockwise? Do we go anti-clockwise? Well, there's some who would be adamant about which direction. I personally feel like it depends on how are you looking at it. Because if you're looking down, this is clockwise. But if I'm looking up, if I'm talking about from inside my body, it's anti-clockwise or counterclockwise. So whatever you feel comfortable about, I usually do going out with both fingers, which means my right hand is going clockwise and my left hand is going anti-clockwise. This may or may not be the perfect thing, but it works for me, okay? Again, there's nothing definite. This is not taking Gary's session, which was designed to work on another person. This is making it into something that you can do for your own healing process, and it can be very powerful. So, as you're doing this massage, just intend to release all of the tension in your body. Okay? If you choose to go all the way over your head, just again, you're not messing up your hair, you're just doing all your fingers and doing the same thing because there are just hundreds of acupressure points on your head and on your scalp. And you'll find that you probably are already beginning to get a little more relaxed, okay? So, the next blend, we're ready for the next blend. That is going to be harmony. So again, I'm just going to apply harmony. Whoa, it came out very fast, even though it had a rollerball. So I'm going to have, and I have it on both of my index fingers, and I'm just going to apply it to the back of the neck and along the base of the skull, okay, with these little circular motions. Now, as we go down the cervical spine, that's the neck, I want you to feel back there and feel how that on either side of your vertebra, we're not trying to crush your vertebra, we're just feeling where it is. There will be a little ditch, a little trough before you feel another little bone out there. So it's in that little area where you can release a lot of tension and where we're going to be doing our little circles. So, as you use this technique and massage the points along the base of your skull, just continue this for about 2 minutes and just intend that the energy of harmony fill every part of your physical form and energy being. Would you like to have every part of you in perfect harmony and balance at all times? Wow, that sounds wonderful. Some of you may choose to also come down and apply it across the shoulders just a little bit. You can actually go as far as you choose to do. Okay? Now don't forget to breathe in these oils, because remember, this is aromatherapy, and the little molecules will absorb directly into the membranes in our nose, travel all the way up to the emotional center of the brain, and they are working within seconds. So, in fact, it has been said that about 85 to 90% of the molecules of the essential oils that we breathe in actually reach our bloodstream. Isn't that amazing? Wow. Powerful, and in only seconds. So after we have applied that second blend, which I used the harmony, I'm going to apply joy blend today. Okay? Again, just putting a little bit on the ends of my fingers. because I'm using my fingers. Now, if you're choosing to use a crystal wand or some other device or, stick or whatever, that's fine. But just, I'm going to apply it on my cervical spine, and I'm going to apply it on the base of my skull and up around the brainstem, which is really right in the, up in your hairline, just a little bit. So I'm going to get on that plane with essential oily hair, and I'm going to really be smelling, wow, aren't the people lucky who are going to be around me today? So, where once again, we're just going to do these slow circles. It's not, it's just gentle, slow circles. And while we're applying joy, what might be a really good intent to make? What could our focus be? Well, I like to intend that the energy of joy fill every part of my being. And I'm a visual person. Some of you know this. And I just see these little molecules of joy floating through every part of my being. It makes me happy, which is kind of what joy is all meant to be, isn't it? Gary Young talked years ago. He said if he ever is in a position to have enough money, he would love to just get a crop duster and spray the world with joy. That sounds like a great thing, doesn't it? Now don't forget to breathe it in. Now, some of you may find that some of these blends, if you're using the ones I happen to choose, you may not like them that much. To be perfectly honest, Joy Blend was not my favorite initially. It really and truly wasn't. I just didn't like it. And looking back, I realized that there was very little joy in my life at that time. So when we don't like a particular oil, the aroma, there's a reason for it. Now I do like Joy. It's still not my favorite because we all know what my favorite is, and we're going to apply that in just a minute. My next two oils are the next three are really my favorites of all, aroma-wise. But I love harmony. I love harmony on all levels in my life. I love harmony. I prefer to have harmony surround me at all times. So joy, it comes in there too. So do any of you have joy as your favorite? So if you do, I think that's really a great thing. So I'm working on it. We're all a work in progress at all times. So the next one, I'm excited, is one that I use multiple times daily. Sacred Mountain. This always helps me to connect with the source. It helps me to bring things into perspective. It's just one of those oils that I love dearly. So I've got it on the ends of my fingers. I'm going to apply it on my cervical spine, come all the way up to the brainstem. And I'm just going to intend, because I feel this oil, this blend is really, really helpful for balance. So I'm just going to intend that energy of grounding and perfect balance fill every part of my being. And I'm going to breathe it in. And then next, for those of you who happened to see those 4 minutes last week, my Believe blend with a roller ball on it, which I never thought I would do because I'm going to use Believe with the roller ball instead of as my shower. I still have one in my handbag to use before I get on the plane. And again, same thing. We're going to apply it to the cervical spine, up into the brain stem, out along the ears, the base of the spine, all the way out to the ears. And of course, my intent as I apply believe always and breathe it in is to just intend that that energy of self-belief fill every portion of my being. The thing that holds most of us back more than anything else is that lack of belief in ourselves. And then finally, we're going to end with highest potential. Now, I'm going to apply the highest potential today on my wrists. I love applying it on my wrists. And then I'm going to rub my arms together because, as Dr. Menke pointed out to us years ago, look at all the veins that are there and how quickly it's going to go right into your bloodstream. And I can just inhale the highest potential directly from my wrists. Aren't those people on that plane going to just be in such great harmony and balance today? I'm excited thinking about it. And as you apply and breathe in this highest potential, just intend that you reach your highest potential, whatever that is, on any given day, any given moment. The goal is to be the very best that we can be at that moment. So, you can take as long or as short a time as you choose to do this as often as you like. Isn't it great that when we have the oils, we're with ourselves all the time, and we can choose to do them whenever when we like. So, remember, this is a session that was originally designed for you to do on others. And whenever you are working on others, you would use the same type of application and the same intent. However, first make sure that you are grounded before you work with someone else and intend harmlessness on all levels. Now that may sound kind of silly because we're not intending to harm anyone else, but it's just a great intent to make. And then at the end, to intend to make an energy break with whoever you're working with. So, have fun picking out the oils and blends and switching them around, deciding whichever ones you choose to use at any given moment. And we'll talk again next week. I don't know what we'll talk about, but 3 o'clock Singapore time. For those of you who have trouble converting the time, well, whether I'm in Singapore or Bali, it's the same time. GMT, Greenwich Mean Time plus 8. Right now, since the U.S. is on daylight time, they've just gone on daylight time, it means that it's 12 hours difference. So you can figure what it is, but these will be up, on my Facebook for you to view as long as you like, and I will answer your questions. Again, thank you for being here with me, and I look forward to being with everybody again next Sunday. Bye-bye.